Information streamed into Zane's mind, flooding him with knowledge. He felt like his brain was about to explode, and he lay on the ground, clasping his head and groaning. It was as if razor blades were shredding his mind, and sharp pains coursed through his body. Eventually, he managed to get the dark shadow to cease the transmission of the second and third stages of the heavenly sword technique. For a while, he simply lay there with sweat dripping down his back, trying to recover. Then, still gasping for breath, he stood up, feeling as if he had just gone through a grueling battle. But despite his shakiness, his gaze seemed much sharper, and his eyes once again shone with that strange silvery light.
I didn't expect the dark shadow to be so magical. In addition to alchemy and decrypting martial arts techniques, it probably has some other magical properties as well.
But as much as he wanted to learn more, he had to put an end to the decryption of the heavenly sword technique for the time being, or he thought his head might actually explode. He inhaled a breath of cool air, grateful to still be alive and brimming with anticipation for what would come next. If the first reward of the wisdom chamber was that remarkable, he wondered what else it had in store. After a short rest, he exited the Dragon Prison and headed to the largest shop in Kintyre County, the Treasure Emporium. The Treasure Emporium was one of the few properties in Kintyre County that didn't belong to any of the three great families, the Martells, the Kramers, and the Flints. But rumor suggested that it was backed by a powerful force. The building was 3 stories tall and lavishly decorated. Aristocrats from prominent families did all their shopping there, and some traveled great distances to buy their special products. When Zane walked in, he went straight to the counter and handed the cashier a piece of paper with the ingredients needed to make the marrow-purifying pill.
I want to buy these herbs. 2 packs of each, please.
A familiar voice suddenly spoke up behind him.
We didn't expect to run into you here.
Zane spun around to see 2 familiar faces. Bram smirked at him. He was holding a sword in one hand and his other arm was wrapped around Freya's waist. As soon as Zane saw them, his face turned red and the veins on his forehead bulged as he fought to contain his feelings of rage.
I didn't expect to run into either of you here.
He gave a dramatic sigh.
I guess it just isn't my day.
Freya removed her arm from around Bram and walked closer to Zane, sizing him up.
I honestly didn't expect you to live. Yet you've recovered so quickly. Are you here to buy medicinal pills?
Bram snorted.
How could he possibly have any money after the family cut him off? What's he going to do? Beg for the pills?
Freya giggled.
If you're willing to act as Bram's dog, maybe he'll have mercy on you and reward you with some scraps.
Her words drew the attention of passers-by, who snickered and joined in with the teasing when they realized what was going on. Zane heard someone call him arrogant, claiming that he had looked down on others, but Zane didn't even know the person in question. He clenched his fists, wanting so badly to get revenge on Bram and Freya, but he knew it wasn't the right time. Bram's cultivation was already at the 8th stage of body tempering, and he had undergone the cleansing of the body twice. He was much more powerful than Zane, and so was Freya. After awakening her high-grade spirit body, Freya's cultivation speed had increased by leaps and bounds. She was at the 7th stage of body tempering, and Zane wouldn't stand a chance against her either, let alone the 2 of them at once. He reminded himself that he would need to endure their torment for the time being, but once he was strong enough, he would destroy them both. He was just about to walk away when the shop assistant spoke up.
Sir, your order is ready. How will you be paying?
I don't have money. I need to speak to the manager.
The shop assistant's smile was quickly replaced by a gloomy scowl. Bram, Freya, and all the others who were laughing at Zane looked at each other. They all knew that the Treasure Emporium was backed by a powerful person that no one dared mess with. Even the heads of the 3 great families had to show them respect. In all the years the shop had been open, Zane was the first person foolish enough to cause trouble, and the onlookers decided he must have a death wish. Meanwhile, Bram and Freya wondered if Zane had lost his mind after what he had gone through.
Do you not know where you are, young man?
The shopkeeper asked, furiously pounding his fist on the counter. Before Zane could reply, a male voice called down from the 3rd floor.
What's going on down there?
The shop assistant was just about to complain when Zane spoke up.
I don't have any money, but I do have something you'll want.
You're quite a brave young man. I'm intrigued, so I'd like to see what it is you're so certain I'll want. Come on up.
Zane climbed the stairs to the third floor where two people were sitting waiting for him. One was a middle-aged man with a mustache and a sharp gaze. Zane recognized him as Otto, the manager of the store. He was at the first stage of the foundation level, and he was considered a top-tier martial artist in Kintyre County. Beside Otto sat a lady in yellow, and she appeared to be around the same age as Zane. She had delicate facial features and bright eyes that sparkled like the stars in the night. As Zane admired her pretty face, a breeze came in from the open window and blew a lock of her hair over her face. When she looked at Zane as she tucked the hair behind her ear, he felt his heart pound in a way that he hadn't experienced in a long time.
Zane, I presume?
Otto asked.
So, what is this treasure of yours that you think I'll want? I hope you weren't just messing with me, because if I find that you're making trouble, I'll break your limbs and destroy your cultivation base before throwing you out.
Zane knew Otto was serious, but he didn't show the slightest bit of fear or nerves. There was a cold glint in his eyes as he used all his strength to block the aura Otto was emitting. Otto became a little uncertain when he realized that Zane had successfully blocked his aura, but he wasn't too worried.
Let's see what treasures he has first.
Otto nodded, and then he retracted the pressure from his aura.
Fine.
He wiggled his fingers at Zane.
Show me what you have, but be warned. If you try to fool me or Elora, you won't leave here alive.
Zane ignored his threat.
In that case, I'll keep it short. I'm an alchemist, and I assume you two could use someone like me.
Can't wait for more? Catch the next episode tomorrow. And if you are ready to binge the whole series, download our app now. Tap the link in our bio to start your journey.